enemy of God. And yet, you're going to be killed in front of the whole congregation. Or maybe you'll be put in the fire forever instead of being thrown out in the darkness. Who knows?
He keeps talking about how I'm going to be killed. He wants to kill me publicly on YouTube.
Only God.
The world, I need to die in front of the congregation. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, man.
But he's going to go off and start saying this 4 or 5 times now.
No, you don't need to die in front of the conversation. Nobody said you needed to be killed by God. I said God is going to kill you in front of the congregation because you're such a traitorous narc.
This is the man's best efforts at debunking me. He plays my words and he sits there and calls me names for 20 minutes. And YouTube allows this. If it's Lee doing it,
should be dragged and murdered in front of the congregation. I'm like,
no, I didn't. I said, God is going to kill you in front of the congregation. It's not murder when you're a traitor and a narc.
So he's given people legitimate reasons because I'm a traitorous narc to murder me.
Which is exactly what Satan and the devil are. Traitorous.
Now I'm Satan, the satanic devil.
Right, is that
nope. That's all the liars and idolaters.
That warning didn't come from God's lips, Lee. It comes from yours. We'll listen to it again.
Like you, about Mother Earth and planet Heaven. Because of your deluded teachings to us.
I'm teaching about first creation.
The people, you will be killed in front of the whole congregation for your traitorous, narcissistic...
I will be killed in front of the congregation, he says.
Well, I read something in the fucking community guidelines.
No, you didn't. I'm quoting God. And all liars and idolaters going in the fire.
The community guidelines. Where that shit's got.
Yeah, I did read it in the community guidelines, and everything you've said on this fucking 20-minute video is against the community guidelines.
Kind of frowned upon.
It's only frowned upon.
This video is evidence of a fucking psycho that is being promoted by YouTube to threaten my life.
I said it to him. And he only frowns upon it because every fact in my video showed him to be a lying, narc, traitor.
Cherenkov radiation is picked up every day by these billion-dollar satellites around our atmosphere. That's what the blue and the green and the reds, it's still blue, but it shows the charge. You can see by the scale right there. Now this line right here, it'll dance. It's a magnetic reconnection to the sun. That's what that stands for. He says, I don't understand the electric universe. He probably doesn't even understand what that line is. It's a magnetic reconnection to the sun is what that is referred to. I was trained in nuclear electronics in the U.S. Navy. I went temporary assigned duty to the Texas and learned how to be a helmsman. And I learned how to navigate with the moon, which is something Lee, an HVAC guy, wouldn't know. Yet he talks with authority on it. Oops. Cherenkov radiation, that is not a blue flash, that is a blue fog. And the Coriolis effect is real. You shouldn't have sustained clockwise rotations on the northern hemisphere. But we do. And I was talking of a day we would have 6s and 5s, multiple 5s and 6s every day. Way before we were. Gradually, we have built up to multiple 5s and 6s every day, spread all over the world because of the influence coming up behind us, called another sun. You can see its influence as the polar vortex. Again, clockwise rotation sustained on the northern hemisphere, which shouldn't be there. There it is. There's your crushed counterclockwise in between all these clockwise rotations that shouldn't be there. Those are other planetary bodies influencing our atmosphere all the way to the surface. And we have covered this extensively. The man sits and says that we didn't prove anything about quakes. Yes, we did. He said, post up the video. It's been posted for 5 years over here on my live channels. I want to let you see this because this is going to YouTube. I am sick and tired of having my life threatened by some fucking religious zealot that believes in Jesus. Not very many people in the world believe in Jesus, including the Jews that killed his ass. Their Torah come out of the cuneiform. The Anunnaki are the gods they worship. And they've passed that on to fucking Lee, and he doesn't know the history of it, obviously. He doesn't know much at all. He's a real fucking stupid person. He resorts to violence because he can never bring evidence like I do. I bring pictures, I bring science, I just showed you Cherenkov radiation. I showed you monitors showing the Cherenkov radiation buildup around the planet. Where do you think it's going? It's going to the surface. You can see it as the blue fog throughout the day. The haze he talks about is supposed to show up in the morning and the evening. Now, this shit's there throughout the day, all day. We have multiple planets surrounding us, and we live in a multiple sun system. That's not going to change just because Scientific Timmy here threatening my life.